Okay, ladies, thank you very much for joining us here today at Charity
you.
Today TV's launch. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
Okay, so who are you and what are your roles?
So we are Sreepur Village. We work in the UK, but our operations are based in Bangladesh. And we have a small village and run a whole community for single mothers and their children. So the mothers have been abused, abandoned, divorced, widowed, and they come to us and stay with us up to 3 years. Anything after 3 years, they can become institutionalised. So we say 3 years is maximum. And during that time, most of them come to us not being able to read, write, add up basic figures. And so they come to us and we train them and all that. So the children we've got a school and the mothers are taught livelihood training skills. So we have garment, tailoring, management, shop management, what else? Agriculture, farming, growing vegetables, so all sorts. And our main one, because one of the main employments in Bangladesh are the garment factories. So our main programme really is the garment and tailoring department. So they train on that, and which has led us to
Hold Everything. So Hold Everything is the social enterprise of Sreepur Village. And in 2025, so just last year, we set up Hold Everything, a fairer way to carry, which is a company, the social enterprise that produces tote bags, pouches and accessories, all entirely made by the mothers at Sreepur Village, with all the profits, 100% of the profits going back to the mothers, their families, the school, as Emma said, the whole village. But what about the Hold Everything is that we are a World Fair Trade member. So we're audited, so our safe work conditions, fair wages, hence the fairer way to carry. And we are providing bags since this last year for cultural institutions such as Manchester Museum, for singers and songwriters to take on tour, to Ocean Alliance in America, Gem Geneva. We are producing bags globally at the moment, which is brilliant, which means we're helping spread the word for our families at Sreepur Village. And also you're getting a bag that you can trace back to who made them.
Okay, so how did Sreepur Village become a charity?
So 40 odd years ago, our founder is a lady called Pat Kerr. So she was a flight attendant with BA. And she was doing stopovers in Dhaka, flight stopovers. And it was not long after the War of Independence in Bangladesh. And she witnessed the mothers were literally taking their children to the gates of the orphanage and leaving them because they just couldn't afford to feed them, clothe them. And she just thought, poverty should not separate children from their families. So she then started working with the orphanage, and then on the back of that set up Sreepur Village. We were originally called Families for Children, and set Sreepur Village up, which was to just make sure that these children always stayed with their mothers. And that sort of then grew. Originally they were in Dhaka, and then that sort of grew. And with the backing of BA and the board at BA, we purchased the land in, I think it's about a 2-hour drive out of Dhaka, and had a village built. And BA donated a lot of their staff's time, so the engineers, the architects, all the BA crew were helping and volunteering, and it just grew from there. And yeah, it was 37 years in February that we were actually fully established at Sreepur Village.
So how did you ladies get involved with such a project so far away?
So I personally, my background was corporate recruitment, and I took redundancy from there. And then the role, they were looking for a role for admin finance assistant, and so I applied. It wasn't my intention to stay there, if I'm honest, and yet I've been there 10.5 years now, and just love it. It's so different to the corporate world, and it's all a bit cliche, because you're helping, you're putting something back. But it really is. It's such. And I was lucky enough. My husband and I went to visit out there about 7 years ago, I think it was, and it's just an amazing place. So, and I have no intention of leaving, and definitely no intention of returning back to the corporate world.
I've been there 9 years. I was working for Sreepur Village, and then recently, obviously, the Hold Everything. And again, I lived in China for 8 years. And when I returned to China, one of my really good friends said, there's a job going for social media for a local charity. And one of the ladies was one of the founders.
Yeah.
And I went for an interview, met Emma, and they said, okay, would you like to do social media 2 to 3 days a week? fast forward 9 years, and it's a full-time job.
Say
Which
we've been
again,
working together for a long while. now.
Yeah, and it's just us two. So we do everything from, the finance, the admin, the fundraising, the grant writing, the social media, the marketing, the website. I mean, and Natalie's obviously now moved on to the social enterprise side. So we literally do everything for the UK.
And I would say one thing, what I love about the job is obviously not the knowing that you're making a difference to someone's life or to a big community.
Yeah.
That every day is different.
Yeah.
Every day is different. It's not like the same day, the same, the monotony. Every day brings something special as well. And, the stories that you read, you do really feel like you're changing somebody's life.
Is there a particular story that stands out to you?
So there's not anything in particular, really. I mean, they're all such great stories.
Yeah.
I mean, recently had a mother who came to us a few years ago. Oh, sorry, about 2 years ago. She's moved back to her community because we always try and get them to move back to their original community. It's a very rare case where they can't get to do that. And she's now managing her own little shop. And when she came to us, she couldn't read or write. Her child had never been educated. And in Bangladesh, the children are sent out to work. Yeah. And we monitor our success on the fact that, because we keep up with contact with them once they leave us. So we have social workers that we employ. And we always measure our success on the fact that if the child is still in education, or not our success, the mother's success, if their children are still in education, it's worked. The job's been done. Because sometimes it doesn't, it's not a foolproof. It sometimes doesn't work. But a lot of the time it does. And
I think we also say, I think as Emma said, that when you empower a mother, you empower a community. Definitely. So when that mother returns to a community, she's passing on her knowledge to other women, and her children are, like you say, passing on. And then it just becomes, it's... So
what are the biggest challenges you're facing at the moment?
Fundraising. Definitely fundraising. I think... I mean, we're okay. I mean, we're very lucky. We were actually in a BBC documentary 40 years ago, Desmond Wilcox, and we got a lot of supporters on the back of that, and we're very lucky as we still have a large percentage of those supporters still with us today. It's not the general fund; it's the regular giving. That's the difficult part, because obviously the regular giving is better because we can plan more. Yeah. It's sustainable. And people these days, people like to do one-offs, and they like to support various charities rather than having their one favourite charity that they support. So it's the regular giving that's the real struggle, and the new regular givers.
So how can people find out information about what you do and get involved if they want to?
Visit our website, follow us on social media. We're constantly keeping both of those updated.
For the bags, I would say that, for us, there's a lot of competition for tote bags, but I would say that our unique selling point is that our bags are 100% traceable. So each bag comes with a QR code that you can scan and see the mother who made that bag and the impact that your purchase has had on that bag. And I think for the social enterprise side of things, we would love people to, like, if you're a company, if you're, you're looking for giveaways, or if you're looking for a big event, or for staff, or if you're a retailer or an independent coffee shop, come to us for Hold Everything.
What does success look like for you guys over the next year or two?
I'm not sure, actually.
I would like to say everybody carrying a Hold Everything bag, and knowing that when they carry one of our bags, they're carrying the story of the mothers who live at Sreepur Village.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you both today.
Thank you.
What message would you like to leave for our viewers?
Please take a look at our website. See for yourself what you do. Read the stories, the case studies of all the mothers that we've helped over these 37 years. Do take a look at Hold Everything, the social enterprise. And if you are looking for tote bags, then do please get in touch.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us today.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.